Welcome back to this week's MaxCubeGaming news. Out here in the East Coast, students are heading back to class, guys. And this week I'm going to be talking about roughly 4 articles and reviewing one video game related movie trailer. So let's begin. First, with Sony's new game Concord going offline after just over a week, you guys. Sony is shutting it down. This is from GameStop, you guys, and man, it's kind of disappointing. A game that reportedly only had 25,000 sales and a very player number mark is just getting cut. According to the article, after just a week on the market, Sony has decided to remove Concord from the sales and will take the game server online. The game editor Ryan Ellis says, while there's many quantities of experience remorse renaissance with players, we also acknowledge that other aspects of the game and our unique launch didn't land the way we intended. End quote. Concord is no longer available to buy and servers will go offline September 6th. Sony is also refunding people who bought Concord, and those who bought the game on PS5 will get an automatic refund to their payment methods. People who bought it on Steam and Epic Games will get a refund entirely. Players should look at their emails, guys. So look at your emails if you bought this game. So it is short-lived. This game was launched on August 23rd of this year, and just 11 days later, the publisher announced that the multiplayer shooter is dead in arrival. So it's interesting. It's very interesting. These games are other examples of games that have been shut down. You have Battleborn, released in 2016, shut down in 2011. Crucible, released in 2020, never came back offline after it's reverted to closed beta, June 2020. Lawbreaker, August 2017, shut down September 18th. Rational Heights opened April 20th, 2018, shut down September 2018. Anthem's a great example, guys, of games who just didn't make its mark. February 2019, and it's still online, but Anthem is still not getting new development support. Knockout City, this thing was trendy. It was released 2021 and on May, and then its servers officially shut down June of last year, guys. Bleeding Edge is another one. Rumbleverse is another one. Genantics another one. Warhaven, Mortal Kombat Onslaught, and many more. It's just an example of some developers do have bad juju. Some developers do have bad streaks, but it's just a primary example of less is more. We need to focus on quantity over quality, over quantity, because this happens often. You know, we have, I think the gaming industry is a cash market for big companies, and they just want to spit out games, and they just don't have well development, and this is what happens. Or they release a disaster beta and release a disaster product with patches as solutions, and or free to game mindset, free to play mindset, and just release something really abysmal with patches as excuses to improve gameplay and overall experience. So it's Sony, they should know better. Moving on, guys, we have the next article. Ubisoft, speaking of another main developer that just keeps screwing it up. This is by GameStop. Ubisoft stock sinks to 10-year low as Star Wars Outlaw underperforms, you guys. Ubisoft's share price has dropped more than 10% since last August due to primarily its underperformance of Star Wars Outlaw. And I did review Star Wars Outlaw, guys. Check that 1-minute review on the page as well. I give it a 7 out of 10. It did have good qualities, but other than that, abysmal. It just wasn't enough. Ubisoft is notorious of releasing stuff incomplete. It's a primary example. It's Star Wars Outlaw's first open world Star Wars game ever. Think about it. It's an open world game. Games like Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild, and then the newest one that came out. You have games like Elden Ring, open world. So they're trying to get into that trend of open world, and it just its sales were not high, guys. So Ubisoft shares prices have fallen 12.6% since its release of August 27, and now it sits its lowest since 2015. Ubisoft's target for Star Wars was unclear. The company didn't announce a public number, but the market results indicated that it did not hit the mark. JP Morgan analyzed the bank. JP Morgan analyst, there you go. Daniel Kervin said that the game has struggled, and I quote, to meet sales expectations despite positive critical reviews. Really? Because I didn't see it that high. The analyst lowered his sales expectation from the game from 7.5 million to 5.5 million through 2025 March, noting that Star Wars budget was at least 30% higher than last year's Assassin's Creed Mirage, guys. And Outlaw isn't only the game weighing on Ubisoft's stock price. Interest in the company's free-to-play shooter, the XDefiant, has cooled off in recent months. XDefiant was interesting. Now, XDefiant, I gotta give it to them. It was an interesting game. It did have its motion. Now they're hoping and praying that a game like Assassin's Creed Shadows gets the stock back up. But here's a problem with that particular game. It has not gotten positive reviews when it comes to, or a positive mindset when it comes to the game's overall standpoint. Too political, not really entwined with historical facts. I know it's a game with a black samurai and bringing up that type of storyline. I'm not against it, but once again, Ubisoft just doesn't have the right direction when it comes to either writing, development, production, and overall customer satisfaction, gaming satisfaction, gamers satisfaction overall. And you can see it. Performance over years has just been dipping and dipping and dipping. Now, a franchise like Assassin's Creed, its beginnings, and then it just became a rinse and repeat process. Same thing, different scenery, I guess. And now it's gotten to a point where really, let's be honest, the fans are not really that excited. Its marketing is pretty interesting. I see it. This last form of marketing I've seen was in a AEW pay-per-view with Will Ospreay. The more you know. But at the end of the day, it still hasn't gotten a positive reception from the fans. Moving on to the next topic. This is by PC Gamer. Until Dawn remake dev hits a deep bone layoffs just a month before the game comes out, guys. Ballistic Moon confirms in the news on LinkedIn. With exactly 1 month to go until the remake of this rather excellent PS4 horror game, Until Dawn finally hits PC, its devs has been hit by layoffs. In a statement posted on LinkedIn, UK studio Ballistic Moon announced that it had made a tough decision in specific scaling down our team. Well, I quote, the tough decision to specifically sell down our team to secure the future of our studio. So they're saying that the layoffs is due to either budget cuts or most likely scaling down for profitability. So, you know, it's just the way it is when it comes to the game industry. It's very, very, very volatile when it comes to employment, and this is a primary example. They're almost done and they're about to launch, and they axed majority of their team. The number of staffs affected have not been disclosed, but some former devs have taken to social media to announce their let go and seeking new employment. Until Dawn is set to release October 4th, guys. So it's pretty sad that developers are being let go. It's nothing new when it comes to the gaming industry. Those who are pretty much fans of this franchise, especially the first game, if you want to support these developers, best thing to do, buy the game. Moving on to the last topic of the day, guys. For those who are huge Blizzard World of Warcraft fans like myself, the 20th anniversary is on its way, and on YouTube, if you guys want to check it out, the developers had a conversation on what they're going to be doing for this year's anniversary, obviously the biggest anniversary yet. So in blizzard.com, this is what it indicates: celebrate World of Warcraft during the 20th anniversary. So what they're gonna have in this particular patch, now what they announced is that it is not gonna be a 2-week celebration event for those who play the game. It's gonna be an entire patch. So you're looking at 2 to 3 months of content being happening, and also 2 to 3 months of ways to obtain these rewards. So the quick facts is that the 20th anniversary celebration events will be from November to December. You can earn new currency, bronze celebration tokens, to spend on new items and on your collection. Engage on the Black Rock Depths raid dungeon, guys. They brought back Black Rock Depths into a 10 to 15 player raid. For those who know about that particular dungeon, it was pretty much a very iconic vanilla dungeon back in the day that had 3 sectors: lower spiral, Black Rock, and then upper spiral. And it was like pretty much a mini raid, so many bosses. So that's pretty much very, very exciting. They're bringing back the tier 2 transmogs, the tier 2 sets, new appearances for those who play Hunter, Invoker, and I think Demon Hunter, right? You guys gonna have a new version set, never seen before, from NPC models. So that's pretty cool. I play all 3 of these tunes, so I'm gonna probably collect all of them. You can earn new mounts, Blizzard Employee Service Award cosmetics, and more. This is an expansion, which would include Caverns of Time, and you can also join Comey on a new adventure with the Codex of Chromie, discover new secrets and resolve them with guest relations. And then you have deep party crashes, world bosses, Shadow of the Anger, Avrocron of the Stormwatch, which is in Wintergrasp, that raid us inside Wintergrasp. And then you can go back to playing PvP with the Cravan's Revenge in Arctic Valley, AV, and celebrate 30 years of Warcraft overall with a theme trading post. Exciting, guys. Super excited about this for somebody who actually plays the game right now with War Within. Now, if you have played World of Warcraft and thinking about coming back, I highly recommend it. War Within has been a blast. There's so much to do. Story hits the mark. For those who like story, I highly recommend it. Definitely give it a try. So this is all information. We're going back to the Deep Rock. We're going back to Black Rock Depths. Tier 2 looks amazing. Like, I have most of these sets, but now knowing that the iconic Paladin Judgment set is out, it's gonna be an upgraded version of it. It's just beautiful. You have the Warrior, Druid, and Priest sets. Warriors has perhaps one of the best looking sets ever. Beautiful. Demon Hunter set looks pretty interesting. The Rogue set is also iconic. The Warlock set is also iconic as well. You have the Monk. That's right. Monk didn't exist. They can have their own unique one. Really badass. Mage. Hunter. No, Invoker. Sorry. The Hunter set, obviously. Tier 2. Dragon. Slayer. Death Knights. And Mage. You have the Town Walking event, new mounts, another Phoenix, looking really cool. New bosses coming back, the Chromie text, and so much more. This is gonna be huge, guys. This is gonna be pretty darn big. Alright guys, the last thing we're going to do is react to a trailer of a video game movie, Minecraft. Alright. Is that Jason Momoa? Are you serious? What the fudge? Okay. The pigs. Is Steve gonna be inside? That is Steve. Steve.
Okay.
This guy is such a tool bag.
Okay. A Minecraft movie. Oh, the llama. Okay. It's interesting. April 4th, guys. April 4th. This game's coming out. Jack Black is Steve. That's pretty interesting. Now, I wonder how they're going to create a story based off Minecraft itself. I know it does have its own lore, so there's that. I understand these movie, I guess the movie industry itself is trying to really capitalize on the success of Sonic and Super Mario. So I don't see a reason why they're doing this. Doesn't surprise me. Garrett the Garbage Man, Garrison is played by Jason Momoa. Henry is played by Hansel. Don't know the last name. Natalie is played by Myers. And Dawn is played by Brooks. No idea who these people are. I know just Momoa, but I don't know the other actors. And it is obviously made by Warner Brothers Studios. So if you're a fan, you're gonna go watch it. I assume so. Am I gonna go watch it? Maybe, maybe not. It depends. But hopefully it does not become a Borderlands. Let's just say. So with that being said, definitely your comments below, your thoughts of these articles and these events are happening. Let me know if you are going to be playing World of Warcraft, and what your thoughts of Star Wars Outlaws. Is it worth it still? Have you played it? What do you think about it? What do you rate it? And will you be watching the Minecraft movie? So with that being said, I'll see you guys on the other side. Cheers.